Hi, thanks for watching and welcome to another head-to-head video. So who we got going head-to-head in this video then, Boo-Boo? Let's take a look. Okay guys, so in this video we've got Rowntrees Fruit Pastilles versus Starburst. I'm not sure who makes Starburst. Whoa, go on Bobo. Down you go, my man. Come on, over here. Oh, you're a little troublemaker. I'm not sure who makes Starburst, but can you remember what were these originally called? If you're an 80s, 70s, 80s kid, what were these originally called? We'll have a look at that in a minute. But before we start, obviously grew up eating these two, and I seem to remember there was a TV commercial, probably ran before this and long after it, and I seem to remember that as a big tall basketball player, and that was either a little kid or a small basketball player, and the big one said to the little one, I bet you can't eat a Rowntrees fruit pastille without chewing it. So I used to be able to do it easily as a kid, and I probably haven't done it for getting on for 40 years. I hadn't had these, God, it could be the 80s since I've had them. So I'm going to try it. I'm going to put one in my mouth now, and I'm going to see if I can eat it without chewing it. Which means I'm going to have to do this video in one take. Right. Now you used to be able to slip the... You used to be able to slide that down the outer sleeve, but you can't. So I'm going to actually have to tear that then. So there we go. I don't know what flavour that'll be. Strawberry or something. Let's see if I can do it. And then we'll have a look at the history while I'm just got this in my mouth without chewing it. Hopefully I'll be able to talk. Right, let's take a look at the history. We'll have a look at the Rowntrees Fruit Pastille first. As usual, I love to look at the dates when these came about. I have no idea. They were around through my whole childhood, so no idea. Let's have a look. Rowntrees Fruit Pastille history. Right, let's actually go on Rowntrees website to get this. We won't go on Wiki, as long as that tells us everything we want to know. Right, the Rowntrees story. In 1862, Henry Rowntree bought a simple cocoa works in York and turned it into a confectionery company. Henry was joined in business in 1869 by his brother Joseph Rowntree, who eventually took over and transformed the company's fortunes. Whoa. What? Blimey, this has surprised me. The brothers hired French confectioner Auguste Claude Gadget. Well, we'd say Gadget, but it's Gadget, I would assume, as he's French. Gadget, boo-boo. With his expertise, they developed the recipe for Rowntrees Fruit Pastilles, which they launched in 1881. Wow. Fruit Pastilles were a huge success and led the company to develop Rowntrees clear gums, now known as Rowntrees fruit gums, in 1893. Hang on, just need to suck that a bit. They're still there, I ain't chewed it. Right. Now, what we got here? In 1928, Rowntrees were early adopters of many forms of advertising. You can see some of our favourite examples from across the decades in our advertising page. In 1965 saw the launch of Rowntrees. Yeah, I don't want to know about that because I might look at some of this later. In Rowntrees were bought by Swiss company Nestle, who decided to keep Rowntrees as the name of their UK fruit confectionery range. No artificial 2005. Rowntrees pledged no artificial colours, flavours or preservatives in any of their products, and these are vegan. These are vegan. So Matt, if you're watching, do you enjoy the old Rowntrees fruit pastilles, old mate? Let me know in the comments, buddy. 2009, Rowntrees Randoms launched in and quickly became one of the UK's favourite sweets. Never had them, but I think from looking at the package, it's just basically all Rowntrees products in one bag, just a mix of them. So there's nothing in here about the old can you eat one without chewing it? So let's go on Wikipedia, that might be on there. In September 2020, Nestle announced their intention to make Rowntrees fruit pastilles suitable for vegans. So it's only been 3 years they've been vegan. Come on, where is it? No, can't see it. What's this? In the 1972 television advertising campaign used the song Pistol Pack and Mama with the tagline Pastille Pickin' Mama. Pass those pastils round. Well, I mean, obviously I was 1 year old then, but I can't remember that, so that couldn't have been around too long. To drive awareness of the 25% fruit juice recipe in fruit pastilles, Rowntree conducted a 105-day experimental marketing campaign at blah blah blah. A more recent TV commercial shows a man about to chew on a fruit pastille when he is surrounded by medieval people who declare whether he'd chew the pastille or go out on a date with a fair maiden. In the end, he has to chew. Oh dear, will I get a fair maiden, boo-boo? God, I should be so lucky. The commercial concludes with a message: Rowntree's fruit pastilles with a real fruit flavour you can't help but chew. Well, we'll see about that, Rowntrees. Oh, here we are. A commercial from the 1980s has recently been revived, featuring a child daring a basketball player to not chew on a pastille. Oh, it was the other way round. The slogan from the previous ad is still used. Oh, right, so it was the kid asking the basketball player. I thought it was the other way round, but I can still see it now and hear it. Or vaguely see it now and vaguely hear it, but right. We're still going strong. Now, let's have a look at Starburst. Now, who can remember what the name of these were? And what year did that name change? Would it have been late 80s? I think it changed in my late teens, I reckon. I don't know. But, of course, they were originally called opal fruits. So let's have a look at the history of opal fruits. Opal Fruits history. Right, now Starburst, originally known as, this is on Wiki, Starburst, originally known as Opal Fruits, is the brand name of a boxed shaped fruit flavoured soft taffy candy manufactured by the Wrigley Company. Wrigley Spearmint Gum, who make chewing gum I presume, which today is a subsidiary of Mars Incorporated. Starburst has many different varieties such as tropical, sour, fave, reds, watermelon, very berry, superfruit, summer blast and original. Well, we got original, that was it when we were kids. Introduced in the United Kingdom in 1960, the regular flavours are blackcurrant, lemon and lime, orange and strawberry. Right, history. The brand was introduced by Mars in the UK in 1960, named Opal Fruits by Peter Phillips, known as Peter Pfeiffer at the time, the winner of a competition that won him £5. Produced at their factory in Slough, Berkshire, the 4 original flavours were strawberry, lemon, orange and lime. Opal Fruits were introduced in the United States in 1967 as M&M's Fruit Chewies and later as Starburst, while the I've got to struggle with this word, etymology of the God, I knew I should have took English at school, boo-boo. While the etymology of the name Starburst isn't certain, it was probably an attempt to express the burst of flavour at each bite and draw attention while space interest was at its peak during the space race. Originally, Starburst came in the same flavours as Opal Fruits, though the lime flavour was replaced by cherry in the US in the early 1980s. Subsequently, its first variant, Sunshine Flavours, was released and was later renamed Tropical Opal Fruits. In Europe, the lemon and lime flavours were combined to become a singular lemon and lime flavour to make room for a black currant flavour. Right, here we go. The brand name Opal Fruits was phased out in the UK, followed by Ireland in 1998. Wow, it's later than I thought then. Wow. In order to standardise the product in a globalised marketplace. In 2008, however, the supermarket chain Asda revived the original Opal Fruits in the UK for a period of 12 weeks starting 10th of May. I reckon I'm going to win this fair maiden, boo-boo. Right, Starburst in the UK is vegetarian. Its packaging, I'm sure I just saw vegan on here. They are, Matt, if you're watching, that's vegan as well, mate. But they're not updated this, unless it's further down. Starburst in UK is vegetarian. Its packaging and website clearly state it's suitable for vegetarians and also does not contain any artificial colours or flavours. In the US, Starburst contains non-vegan gelatin in its ingredients. Well, so that's not quite right then. Starburst products were entirely discontinued in New Zealand in April 2021. Is that right, Shelley? And in Australia in June 2022. Starburst branded products have been sold in Australia since 1996. Right, okay. Let's try these then. Now how am I got to eat these? How do you open them for a start? How am I got to eat one of these, boo-boo? Now, I don't think I've ever had a black currant one. But when did they say? Late 80s, was it? Or something? I don't think I've ever had a black currant one of these. Now, this is the thing what used to really annoy me about sweets. Sweets were wrappers on. Oh. And sometimes the wrapper would stick to the sweet, and sometimes it would even be folded into the sweet, and you'd pull it off and there'd be paper left in there, and oh, that used to do my head in. And do you know what? I think these have suffered shrinkflation. I'm sure they were bigger than that. Right, I've got to somehow eat this on this side of the mouth and put that on this side. Oh, this is got to be good. Extra points for this. God. Oh, that's really tasty. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, I nearly chewed the fruit pastille then. You stay here. I wonder if that's ever been done before. This could be a world's first, what I just done. I think I could well have just done a world's first, boo-boo. I have just eaten an opal fruit stroke Starburst while still eating an Rowntrees fruit pastille without chewing it. That has got to be a world's first. Right, I'm nearly at the end of the video and I've still got a bit left, but you only got to eat it without chewing it. So I could, in theory, swallow this now. And I've ate it without chewing it, but I've also eaten a chewed a Starburst and eaten that. In fact, I'm going to do two. There's a lot of green ones in here. Let's try a green one. It's got to be a world's first, innit? If anyone knows of anyone else who's done that, or have you ever done it, let me know, and then I'll just have to accept that that isn't a world's first. We'll still get the fair maiden though, boo-boo. No. That's white. Definitely not had one of these before. These are lemon and lime. That one was black currant. Right, here we go. Oh, now that's a familiar flavour. God. I'll tell you what. Oh yes. I'll tell you what. These are more tasty than they were when I was a kid. They are. There's loads of flavour in them. I'm nearly there, guys. I think we're at the point, it's literally fag paper thick now. That's at the point where I need to swallow it. It's sticking to the roof of my mouth. I'll show you once more and then I'm swallowing it and claiming a world's first. There we go. Gone without chewing it and also eaten 2 Starbursts during the process. Where's the fair maiden, Boo Boo? Well, there we are, guys. Bit of history, bit of head to head. Which one? Let me try one actually chewing it, which again I probably ain't done since the 80s. I probably have though. I mean, I've got two grown-up kids, both born 90 or 93 and 95. They must have had these as kids, and I must have eaten. I must have said, "Cool, here's one." I probably have had them. Just can't remember. Orange. Quite, yeah. Right. Pick a favourite here. I have to say, I'm well impressed with these. These are really loads of flavour as well, but these are similar to what they've always been. These definitely seem more tastier. Now, as a kid, which one would I have picked? That, because it's just a lot easier opening the packet and eating it. And you ain't got to fanny about doing this. And I think at winter time they're even worse. When they were really hard, that was even worse to open them up. Because houses back in were a lot colder, weren't they? Oh, used to get this, it wouldn't bloomin' come off. Right, we'll try this. So as a kid, I would have picked the fruit pastel. God, blimey, that is really tasty. And that's all natural flavouring. Do you know what? I was going to pick the fruit pastels again. I'm going to pick these. These are really nice. Despite them, you've got to mess around with them. Even taking that into consideration, the messing around, I'd pick these, I think. But I used to love these as a kid. I think of all my sweets, not chipped chocolate, crisp, just sweets, these were my favourite. What were your favourite as a kid? Can you eat a fruit pastel without chewing it? And have you, or do you know anyone else who's eaten a fruit pastel without chewing it, and also at the same time eating a Starburst or opal fruit by chewing it? Because if not, I'm claiming a world's first here. So there we are, guys. There we go, Boo Boo. That, guys, is another head-to-head video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll join me and Boo Boo here again soon on another video. Take care, guys. Right then, Boo Boo. Must be your turn now, my man, for a little treat. Here we go. Bob can have his in a minute. He can't hear, poor little boy. Here we are, Boo Boo. Hey, I ain't have free, my man. Cheers, guys. Oh, lovely old jubbly, eh, Boo Boo?